Okay, so I was all set to do a three-part video on the good, the bad, and the beautiful of everything that happened due to this COVID thing, but I'm going to change all that. So let's scratch all this, and let's just talk about the good stuff that came out of it. The bad stuff was going to be all about how journalism has died, and death and sickness, and people capitalizing on the woes of other people during this coronavirus, and how it killed business, and how social media became a really ugly thing. And you know what? As of yesterday, all that's starting to change. So Arizona's getting ready to open back up. Our governor decided, whether it's because President Trump was making a visit here today or what, I'm not sure, but the bottom line is our governor decided he's going to open up Arizona. So let's just talk about the good. Let's talk about what's going to happen next. So one thing I can tell you that I decided through this whole thing was to become a resource to my clients and to my prospective clients and so on and so forth. So I've taken the time to educate myself on what I believe are good things that are coming out and stuff that maybe we shouldn't watch. So there's a lot of videos and webinars and Zoom meetings and all of this, and you go through and you know, you really got to ask, well, who's really telling me this information on whatever these videos are or whatever these webinars are, and kind of adapt to what they're saying and try to understand whether or not really they're qualified to be telling you anything. So I'm going to deal with this in facts. And here's the deal. Our economy is going to come back. That's a fact. I believe it's going to come back with a vengeance. The other thing that I can tell you is that real estate, probably nationwide, but I can speak absolutely about real estate in Arizona, is going to be different, and it's probably going to be the new normal. It's going to be different everywhere. So I think we learned a lot of things through this. I think we learned how to show property without actually having to go to property. So I think there's going to be a little social distancing even after this is all done. That's not such a bad thing. I think that's going to turn out to be a good thing. But here's one thing I can tell you. So this was a big, huge pause in the real estate business and market here in Arizona. Let me tell you what came out of that that's good. It gave our inventory a chance to come back, and because it was really low. And now our inventory is coming back, 13,000, up in that area when it was down at like 8. So inventories are back. It's still a seller's market. That's not a bad thing. That means that the values have still held, but it's just become a little more even. So things are looking better. I like what I'm seeing. I think we learned a lot about people through this. I think there's a lot of people that are out there willing to help other people and try to, you know, go the extra mile to help those that were really struggling through this whole thing. It gave me a bunch of time to complete stuff that I didn't plan on. I planned on getting done, but just couldn't, you know, seem to find the time to do it. I was able to get a lot of that stuff done. And then I think the other thing that I found that we can actually use social media for good. I think there's a lot of good stuff that came out of that, in sharing and hearing other people's difficulties and helping other people out and so on and so forth. So that's really what this is all about today. I think we all learned that we're all survivors. We're Americans. We bounce back. 9 times out of 10, we're going to bounce back stronger than we were before we left. So I'm ready to go. Come Monday morning, Arizona's going to be open. I never closed. I'm ready to roll. I think a lot of people are too. So we're almost there. We're almost to the end. So hang in there just a little bit longer, and we're going to be back at things. Good luck. Johnny Walker. See ya.